Welcome to the Point Out Loud Women Trailblazers podcast. In this series, we're going to focus on where love meets leadership, women in philanthropy. This podcast is brought to you by the Salzman Center for Women's Leadership. Here at UW-Stevens Point, we believe that meaningful change begins with students and leaders who are committed to shaping a more inclusive, innovative, and empowered campus.
Well, thank you, Kelsey and Lena, for inviting me to join you as a co-host for this series, highlighting voices of passionate women working in philanthropy. I'm Jenny Riggenbach, the CEO of the Community Foundation of Central Wisconsin, and a member of the Century School of Business and Economics Business Advisory Council. Kelsey, I'm telling you, our listeners are going to really enjoy the mix of philanthropy our guests represent. From nonprofit fundraising, corporate philanthropy, and public higher education fundraising. These leaders are redefining what it means to lead with expertise, compassion, and purpose. And the best part is all of them are UWSP alumni.
As Frida Kahlo once said, "Feet, what do I need you for when I have wings to fly?" Today we honor the UWSP students focused on their purpose and courageously developing their own wings to fly. Today we're joined by Amanda Gilman, a dynamic leader who works in fundraising and community building, creating real impact across Central Wisconsin. As the Director of Development at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, Amanda is known for bringing purpose, authenticity, and heart into everything she does. She's also the incoming president of Ignite Young Professionals, where she is helping to shape a more inclusive and empowered future for emerging leaders. With a passion for mentorship, service, and opening doors for others, Amanda truly embodies what it means to lead with intention and generosity.
During our conversation today, Amanda does what she always does, which is create a chamber of community. She said, "I am here, hear me roar." She talks about positivity in turbulence and really draws us in to the work of empathetic listening.
Amanda, we're thrilled to have you here today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and Amanda, to get us started, I'd love for you to tell us what your work looks like as the Director of Development.
Yeah, absolutely. So my work as Director of Development is really connecting with our alumni and really giving them that experience back on campus all over again. It's also really creating just meaningful connections with everyone. And that looks like whether that's face-to-face, whether that's in emails, whatever that looks like. I really try to be an empathetic, wear my heart on my sleeve type of person, and that is reflected in my work. I love what I do. I love hearing the donor stories of who they are, how the university has transformed them into the people that they are in the community with one another. It's just an amazing experience.
Well, you are inspiring me.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what inspired you to pursue this kind of job.
Yeah. So I come from a strong sales background, but what really got me back here was my time on campus. So I was here roughly for about 2 years. I had a little bit of challenges that kind of took me away from this setting, but I knew that this was a place that I needed to get back to in whatever capacity that looked like. I know I needed to come back and help our students of color and just everyone in general. And the fact that I got to come back here and I'm with strong leaders such as you, Lena, like this has just been such an amazing experience for me.
I love it.
I love it. So I'm curious, how do you help our students of color?
That's a great question. I get asked that a lot, actually, because with my role, really, it's not student-facing, right?
Yeah,
it's more
right.
donor, philanthropy, fundraising sector. But I really took it upon myself coming here to really focus on our students of color. They need that support. And what that looks like is one-on-one conversations, right? That aren't about their grades or about, I'm going through this thing with my roommate. It's getting to that bare level, that bottom floor where it's, what type of racial issues are we going through on campus? How are we feeling, like really feeling inside? And how can I just be that voice? And a lot of times I don't even speak when the students are in my office. It's more just being there and that presence of just somebody that knows what they're going through, has lived it, has experienced it. And that just creates this chamber of just community and togetherness. And that's what our students of color need here. They need that full essence from someone, not just that surface level, hey, this is a resource we can give you, but no, like something stronger, something that hits them in the heart. And they know that they have a permanent person at their back, essentially. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're so strong.
Yeah. And it's just like, I'm like, yeah, you get it.
Yeah, you should see us, folks, listeners. Like, I looked over and Kelsey has got her fist and she's smiling. She gives me the side eye.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're just so strong with all the words that you're saying, and I can see that you're so just passionate about it. And
really
it makes me
am.
happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Thank you. Yeah, I honestly, that is really my biggest passion here, is helping our students of color in any way, shape, or form. If I have to be the advocate and take it all the way up to where it needs to go, I am that person. I have no problem being the bad guy.
Yeah,
So
or the
good guy.
woman.
Yeah, the good woman.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you as the good woman.
Yeah.
I think that is a title that you should wear proudly. You said this really interesting phrase, though, that I think might apply to both sides of your work here. You said chamber of community. And it seems like with our students of color, you're creating that chamber of community through listening. And with our donors, our alumni donors, you're creating that chamber by also listening, but that chamber of community by evoking their stories. You are, you know, she who evokes stories.
Yeah, that's a really good word choice, Lena.
Thank you.
I do feel that way. I feel like I really dive deep and become that listening ear for people, and I love it. This role and just everything that I'm doing here has just brought me so much joy. Yeah. And I'm forever grateful.
Let's also talk about your other role as president of Ignite Young Professionals.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So I'm the newly elected president of Ignite, which is amazing. It's an amazing young professional network in Portage County. We range all the way up to ages up to under 39. So it's really similar to the students of color on campus. It's really meant to be for our young professionals, to grow them, to mentor, guidance, and even help set them up with careers in the community. We also do community events, so like giving back to the community, donations, things like that. So I'm really excited to take hold of something that's been a little bit dormant and really transform it. We call it reigniting Ignite. I'm ready to really grab it and take it to that next level. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
You are a next leveler. The energy is high.
Yeah.
So as a fund developer, donors donate money.
Yeah.
How does that money get used, and how do you report that impact back to the donors?
Yeah. So all of our dollars that we get from donors, whether it's friends of the university or alumni, they all go to either scholarships, programs, or even faculty support. So every single dollar of what's being given to our university is put back to our students, put back to our faculty to continue that support. And with that being said, we also have opportunities where donors then end up leaving a lasting legacy, right, of naming spaces or naming buildings. And that right there, that's my job in a nutshell. Like, it has nothing to do with the money. It's about the giving back aspect, seeing our students' faces when they get the thank you video of, hey, this helped me get to the next level. It really confirmed to me that I belong in nursing or I belong in computer science. Like, somebody believes in them. And that I love about my job is just a lot of students and faculty don't see that aspect, but these donors, these past alumni, believe in the future, and they believe in future pointers.
Yeah.
So every dollar, everything that's given back is directly given to the students to help them succeed and move forward.
Yeah.
That's great.
So how has your time at UWSP shaped you?
It has really shaped who I am. From having to leave and then coming back, man, that was a really hard choice to make, but I made it for the right reason.
Yeah.
But this place has made me a stronger person, a stronger human, empathetic leader who doesn't take no for an answer.
We hear that.
Yeah. Like, doesn't take no for an answer, will just keep push past every single barrier possible. And this university has helped me realize that over the years that I've been here, that I am a powerhouse, and I'm going to continue to push for what's right for our students and for our community.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, as a student right now, I'm just like, hey, I know that now somebody can have my back. Just in case if I need it ever.
Absolutely.
So as you connect with like a lot of different students here on campus, how do you approach mentorship in a way that helps people recognize the strengths that they already carry?
That's a fantastic question. Mentorship is very important to me, as I've kind of already described with a lot of our students. And for me, it's just really sitting back, hearing the stories without judgment, without ridicule or making anyone feel bad. Mentorship is very special, and if it's done the right way, it can be extremely impactful to anyone. And for me, the way that I do this with our students is just let them know that I'm here. I'm here, I'm present.
Yeah.
I'm not a name on a piece of paper where you see my signature at the end of an email. Like, you can come to my office and at any point. If you're having a bad day and you just want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the DUC, come sit in my office, do your work. Let's just talk. Like, that's it. Mentorship is very simple. It's just treating everyone like a human. Because we're all human, right? Like, we all have emotions. We're all going through stuff, battles behind closed doors. And some of our students are reluctant to really open up about some of those battles and things because they don't feel comfortable, or they've tried already and it has gotten nowhere for them. But I've really tried to make my space welcoming and kind of like a home away from home.
Love that.
Yeah.
So who's mentored you? Like we've said, you're a powerhouse, and I can just see it in your eyes as you're talking about mentoring others, and that just that relationship side. Can you tell us about a mentor you might have had at UWSP?
Yes. So I feel like I have a lot of different mentors, especially over the last couple years that I've been here. But I would say the person that has always been just the person has been Laura Polum. She's amazing. She just retired this year. Okay. She got to see me graduate with my master's.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, she is a special human being. When I was away from campus for those couple years, I was a consortium agreement student going to 5 different institutions at the same time, trying to navigate all of that. She really just was there for me in every way, like I've described for our students that I'm doing. She was that person for me. After that experience, I knew this was my calling. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to help people. I'm supposed to move them up to the next level in whatever capacity that looks like. I'm supposed to be that empathetic listening ear. That's me. And I got that from her. So I knew this field, this university was where I needed to be. And produce the same skills and the same thing that she was doing for me, pass it on to others.
So you'll have to excuse me. I haven't met Laura.
Yeah.
Can you say where she hangs out and
Absolutely.
how you two got to know each other?
Yeah, so Laura Pullum is an academic advisor. She was in academic advising for almost 30 years. And she kind of worked her way up kind of like within the ranks. And when they kind of made the adjustment within advising, she stayed on.
Yeah.
And the whole time I've been in communication with her. Even when I left, I was in communication. When I got back here, when I was doing my job searches, like every step of the way, she was there.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
So let's give a shout out to Laura and all the, we're gonna clap, and all the UWSP advisors who show up for our students and go generally way above and beyond.
Absolutely. They do a tremendous job with our students and guiding them on their next level with education. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. I want to turn the focus just a little bit towards you as a woman.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about hope. So, Amanda, when you think about women, right, all of us collectively, and our role in society, what gives you the most hope?
I would say the younger generations, what I'm seeing on campus or even what I'm seeing in the community. We're at a very turbulent time right now in the world, and I just see a lot of positivity. I see smiling faces. I see motivation. I see change. We want change. I see people and students wanting change. And that's what gives me hope, that there's people fighting just in general all over. There's just, you can see it. You can feel like it radiates, it oozes right off of their essence. Like, that's what really gives me hope.
I love it.
Yeah.
Radiating enthusiasm. Yeah. When are you going to write that book? Or you got some songs in there. You've got these phrases.
Yeah.
How are you going to tell these stories?
I'm not too sure about that. Moments like this where I get an outlet to share, some of the things I've been through or my past and how it has shaped me into the woman and the person that I am. Like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I love sharing about my journey and the inspirations that I've had in the mentors. So this platform is really giving me the opportunity to share that.
Good.
Yeah.
So your story gives me hope. And because I also went to UW Milwaukee and then came home, and it's really hard to come home and not have finished, right? But man, our journeys take us, and we meet these people along the way that just creates that foundation for then lifting others up, right? And creating that same love and care for others. You mentioned what our society is grappling with right now. We're grappling with a lot around diversity and inclusion, and the real world implications of it, right? We can change the words, but there's real world implications for it. And I loved how you are talking about supporting students, right, and having them lift their voices and to not be afraid to say what's really happening for them. I'm wondering, in your professional role and even in the community roles that you're playing, how you're seeing organizational practices evolving as a response to young people still raising up some realities.
From what I've noticed, I feel like they're, just like I feel like with everything right now, there's a lot of pushback with a lot of different things, even on campus and for our students. Yeah, so I feel like I'm seeing a lot more response with active listening, having those smaller group conversations rather than a bigger group or more like a bulletin post.
Yeah.
Which a lot of companies do, right, when there's changes or things are fluctuating. But I really feel like I've seen real, genuine care for what's going on, because I feel like it's not necessarily, even though it's being presented this way as a color issue, it's really a human being. It's a human being thing. And I think that if the university and just companies nationwide can really hone into that we're human, it's a human thing, and present it in that way and make those changes, whether that is more of that one-on-one conversation or, hey, can we create this group that would connect other like-minded people to come up with ideas and how we can restructure or reshape what this looks like, but still keep that essence, right, and that focal point of what this essentially all really means. So in my perspective and what I'm seeing is I feel like voices are being heard, but they could be heard a little better.
It takes time, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you know, I love when you describe that. What I'm hearing in my head is like, right, human beings, we all want to be treated fairly. We all want our children treated fairly. There's a common hope, if I go back to Lena's question, a hope in that is the long game. Yeah.
So within your time here at UWSP, or just like as well in general, I see that you were involved in a lot of different things, like BSU, Sigma Delta Rho. Within all of those, what leadership lesson has had the biggest impact on your growth?
My biggest leadership lesson through all of this, I think, has been to take a step back from the everyday hustle and bustle, and how everything can get a bit chaotic, and kind of have an outside perspective looking in. So really maintaining calm, maybe that's the best way to put it, is instead of getting very chaotic when like your team or the organization is stressed, really take yourself out and say, hey, it's gonna be okay. And for me, that was my biggest lesson of being a leader, because I'm all about action and taking charge, but there were some moments where I just paused, and it was just thinking through situations or guiding through situations instead of just quickly reacting. And for me, that was my biggest lesson this year, was taking time to really think about how to move forward rather than to react right away.
I like that. I like that a lot. That makes me feel like calm in the inside as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of strong words going on. I'm just like, oh, that makes me feel good.
Time is a tool.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I love what Kelsey just said, that so you used the word calm, described it just a little bit in terms of what you do, and Kelsey already started to calm down. Imagine when we get to the behavioral impact of being calm.
Yeah.
It feels really powerful. So listeners, we want to challenge you. Play with your own calm. What leadership places or roles or opportunities or moments do you want to bring in calm and experiment with the impact that it has on how you're leading?
That's wonderfully put, Lena.
Thank you. So you have this phrase that I've heard you use before. Kelsey's seen you use it, heard you use it, and you talk about showing up fully as yourself. Yes, good. All right, but what does that mean to you, and particularly, how does it show up in your leadership?
Yeah. So, man, I would describe this as like I was very timid before, maybe like 2-3 years ago. COVID kind of changed a lot of perspective, right? Put a lot of things in perspective for us. But I was a very timid person, wasn't very outspoken, kind of just, I think we've all seen the image of just everyone follows in that same line, and then there's someone outside the line like, why are we in the line? Like, what's going on here? And I've just kind of like slowly realized that, no, I can show up fully. Like as who I am, not with a mask, not code switching or things of that nature. And my direct supervisor, who is Dr. William Broussard, he's the Vice Chancellor here at the University for Advancement. He, along with mentorship, he has given me the space and the ability to just be myself at all times without judgment, without fearing of, oh, hey, this person's going to look at you different. It's kind of like, well, if they do, they do. I don't have to be everyone's cup of tea, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have to fit in this standard box that's been told to me my whole life. And I finally had the courage to break out of that box. Like, I'm here. Like, I'm here now. Hear me roar. So he and just this space at the university has given me the opportunity to do that. And what that looks like is being unapologetically me, having that voice, saying the things that some people might not want to say because it might ruffle some feathers or get you a look that you might not want. But no, like I'm here. I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm gonna stand up for what's right, and I'm gonna be bold in every way that I can, and I'm gonna show up that way every time I come here.
So you're mixing some wild things together here. Are we hearing the unicorn nature, right?
Yeah.
Calm, bold, authentic. Whew.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's very different because I feel like a lot of people will either be one or the other in certain positions or in certain roles in their life. And I've never really heard of somebody being super bold and then super calm and then just like chill in the middle.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. I really like it. I love the energy for it.
Yeah.
You know what I hear, Amanda, is your boldness is opening up conversations that require a calmness to have, right? And that is what I'm sensing from you meeting you today, right? Like it's that passion that, let's put it on the table. Let's have a conversation. And then, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to come at that conversation in a way we can both engage in that conversation.
Absolutely.
What a gift.
Yeah.
What a gift.
This conversation has just flown by, and I just have so much of you like swirling in me right now. I've taken maybe 3 pages of notes. I am curious about you being what seems to me, I don't actually even know your age, but I know you're younger than me. So when I look at you doing everything you've done in this sphere of your life, I know you've also been living in other spheres, right? So you've been living in the mom sphere.
I have.
How does being a mom impact your leadership?
Ooh. Being a mom, especially a single mom, has been very challenging, but it's made me exactly, I feel like what I've described here is this strong, like powerhouse of responsibility and accountability, and that has carried over to my leadership, where I really value accountability. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. If there's an issue, that's no problem, right? But that open communication, and that's just what I've really essentially carried over. And I really think being a boy mom as well has opened up.
Yay, boy moms.
Yeah. It has opened up a little bit of perspective as well, and how I can interact with different types of individuals. So it carries over a lot. It really does, Lena.
Thanks for inspiring us that way. And listeners, particularly the single moms, know that we are cheering for you. My mom was a single mom. My best friend, single parented, I think, for 26 years, between her children. And you are sheroes.
Yes.
You are sheroes. And
yes.
And so, right.
That's how I look at it. I'm like Xena the warrior princess. Like that type of energy, Like,
that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. So shout out.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to wrap up, Amanda.
Yeah.
So I just, I can't help but wanting a little bit more inspiration from you. So as you kind of sit in your chair and wiggle around, call on your deepest parts, there's a lot of cool women and men listening to this. What do you want to say to the audience as we end today?
The biggest piece that I can say is don't give up. No matter what obstacle, no matter what life challenge, anything, see your vision like a train tunnel. See that light at the end and hold on to it like it's the lost ark. Like hold on to that, because it's everything. Like that, for me, that's who I am. I just don't give up. No matter what happens, no matter what challenge, no matter who comes in my life, whatever it is, I know my path, I'm on it, and I'm gonna get there. And I wanna say that to everyone, that you're gonna get there too. If it takes a year, 2 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter. You are capable, you can do it. You are strong, you can do anything you put your mind to.
I'm coming over for here.
Yeah, the hugging has started.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Listeners, we are so glad that you got to meet this powerful creature with us, because we are glowing over here. We hope that you're just as inspired as we are. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us in our 8th podcast series. We've focused on where love meets leadership, women in philanthropy. We hope these stories inspire you to step up, speak out, and make a difference in your own communities.
Our guest host, Jenny Riggenbach, is often saying to me, be curious. I have to be honest, sometimes I hear her say that and I just don't even know what it means. But when I review this series, I think it's crystal clear to me. It's about opening your eyes, opening your ears, and asking really good questions, and then paying attention. I hope we can all carry that call to action to be curious forward with us in everything we do.
Be sure to tune in into our next series, where we will continue to amplify the voices of those creating meaningful impact.
Until then, keep pushing forward, keep advocating, and keep driving change.